Hi, this is worksheet 4.1 through 4.6, and this was your assignment on Friday, and I wanted to go through it with you. Now, I know that most of you have done this, which is great, but I want you to take it out, and we're going to go through it because I want to make sure that you really understand it, because this is going to be the major part of your next test, which will be before Christmas break. Now, I also want to remind you that when we have distance days, always go to the landing page in Schoology and get your work done by 3 o'clock for attendance. I have to have my attendance done by that time. So make sure you are looking at the landing page in Schoology. All right, so first of all, you had to state if triangles were congruent. Now, here's the thing. If anything is not marked that is congruent, you should mark it. So like these are vertical angles. They happen to be right angles. And we want to mark that they're congruent. And then now this is a side and a side. This angle or this side is congruent to this side. And then this is an angle and an angle, okay? So here, if you look at the top triangle, you have an SSA. Well, that's not one of them. We have, remember, SSS, SAS, angle, angle, side. So two angles and a side, or angle, side, angle. So this one, right now, you don't have enough information. In a few days, you will have more information and there will be a way to prove that. But as of now, one of those four does not work. Next one, okay, take a look at them. This is congruent to this. This side is congruent to this side. And this angle and this angle are congruent. So if you work around one triangle, you have side, angle, side. So yes, by side, angle, side. Next one, this side congruent to this one congruent to this one, and this one congruent to this, and those are three sides. So side, side, side. So we'd say yes, side, side, side. Oops, I missed one up there. This got messed up a little bit when I moved it into this other version. So here you have an angle, and that angle. Here's a side, and then another angle. Okay, so you have two angles and the side between. So that's angle, side, angle. If you need to pause at any time, just go ahead and pause your video. Here we have an angle and another angle and the side between. So that's ASA. Okay, we're going to mark this. So you have a side and an angle. Again, that's the donkey one. That's a no. Or not enough, I should say, at this time. All right, here we have angle and vertical angles. So you have an angle and then a side that's not included. So that would be AS. Now, if you looked at it the other way and said, I have an SAA, but you look at the list, you don't have an SAA to choose from. But here it's just backwards, so you have to write AAS. And that one's going to be side, side, side. Here, we mark the side that they both share, so that we know that's the same length. These are going to be the same because that's a linear pair, so this is an angle, and a side. Next one, mark your vertical angles. Okay, so we have an angle, and an angle, and a side. So again, AS. All right, this one looks a little different. So this is congruent because of the reflexive. So here you have a side and a side. Here's a side. But look, this angle on the bottom one is over here, so that's SSA. This angle is between the two sides, so that's SAS, and they're not the same. So corresponding parts aren't congruent, so we would say not enough information. All right, in the next part, so we've got a little more to go here. It definitely changed the layout when I saved it the other way. So here you have an angle, and a side. So that's angle, side. Mark your verticals. So angle, side, angle. Here we mark the congruent side, or the shared side. So S, and this angle right here, SSA. Okay, that's not enough. And then lastly, these are going to be congruent, and that's congruent. So you have an angle, and a side. Angle, angle, side. So keep this. We're going to come back and look at this in a few days. All right, in the next part, it says state what additional information is required in order to know that the triangles are congruent for the reason given. So angle, side, angle, if that's what you want to use, what else would you need? Well, we know that TU is congruent to UT. So if we look at the top triangle, to do angle, side, angle, you would need this angle right here, which is named angle TUS. And in this triangle, you have an angle, a side, it would have to be this angle right here, which is angle UTV. So in order to use ASA, you'd have to know also that this angle and this angle are congruent. In number 18, we know we have vertical angles. All right, so if we wanted to use angle, angle, side, well, let's see, if we did this one, that would be angle, side, angle. So it's not that one. It would be angle, and I think that this is a Y. Angle, Y, and let's see, angle, angle, side, it'd have to be this one right here. And angle, R have to be congruent. So then you'd have angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. All right, so here we have those angles congruent. So if you're going to use side angle, it'd have to be this one right here. Side angle, this one right here. So segment PR would have to be congruent to segment LR. Then you would have side angle side. Okay, in the next one, angle side angle. So angle side, it'd have to be this angle. Angle side, it'd have to be this angle. So that would be ASA. Angle S is congruent to angle D. In the next one, we have two angles, so the side has to be between them, so this side and this side, so we'd say segment JK is congruent to segment DC. And then angle side angle here, kind of the same deal. So segment UW would have to be congruent to segment UW. U has 2 marks, so I'm going to put X first because that has 2 marks, and W. All right, side, angle, side. So first we have that side. So side, angle, it'd have to be this side, angle, and this side. So segment JI is congruent to segment, okay, that has 2 marks, this has 2 marks, KE. All right, and then the last one, we know that's congruent. So then in order to use SSS, the other piece you'd need to know is that segment BC is congruent to segment EC. And I think that's it for that worksheet. So make sure to, if you haven't sent it in, send it in to me and get that turned in. Thanks for watching.